Caraway here for the handoff. D'Lo and KC coming up at noon. They'll hang out with you till 4. How we feeling post Malik Monk injury news?
Well, not feeling good about Malik not being there. That's my boy, you know what I mean? And he's vital to what they do. So don't feel good about it at all. But I'm probably not as doom and gloom as everybody else. And now that's also 3 days and a win removed, right? Like
Sure.
you asked me
Yeah.
on Friday night, when it was like, oh, he didn't come back, and then you see the same the prognosis the next day,
Mm,
you don't feel good. But having a little time away from it, I think everything that they're trying to achieve is still there for them. They're gonna need guys to step up. They're gonna need everybody to step up, even the best players to step up. But they're still capable, I think. But yeah, Malik not being there, that's a tough blow.
that's brutal. We were also talking about the play-in scenario because there's still the path to a playoff spot is still there.
Yeah.
The mountain's a lot steeper than it would have been had they won on Friday, but it's still definitely there. But James and I got into a discussion about if you're the 7 or 8 seed, the 4 teams you could realistically see in that game are New Orleans, Dallas, the Suns, and the Lakers. How would you put those teams in order from most want to play to least want to play?
New Orleans, the Suns, Dallas, and the Lakers. So
I thought that was your order. I was like, wow,
oh, no.
bold. New
the,
Orleans, top of the list. Give them to me again.
The Mavericks will probably be number 1.
Oh.
Who I want to face. That's tough. I'd probably say the Lakers number 2. Suns 3 and Pelicans 4.
Why is Dallas at the top for you?
I think they could beat Dallas. Dallas is playing really well. Like Dallas is balling out. This is no shade to them, but I think they could beat Dallas.
You have faith in Kessler.
Well, I got to tell you, he was so good. Kessler Edwards minutes, buddy.
Yeah, but
it really got me going.
Dallas, even with that game, Kyrie and Luka, they made some big shots. But what it came down to, in my opinion, was the Kings had the opportunities to win that game on Friday. They didn't make shots. I was sitting with my guy Leo for the final couple minutes of that game, watching it. It was like, hey, Luka and Kyrie can't beat you. It needs to be Derrick Jones or Dante Exum or whatever the case may be taking that shot. And if they make it, you tip your hat.
Yeah.
And I think on 2 possessions in a row,
Exum
that's
missed.
what happened.
Yeah.
And the Kings came down and they didn't cash in on their end of the floor. And then Dante Exum hits the one to put it away when he finally gets an opportunity. But I mean, that's really what it came down to. If they would have scored, if they would have handled business at least one of those times, maybe that game is different.
Sure.
And the Exums, the Derrick Jones, those guys being out there, I'll take my chances with that compared to some of the supporting cast of those other teams.
Yeah. That's tough.
But no shade to Dallas.
I don't.
Dallas is balling.
I did not realize this is just comes from just not watching a ton of Mavs recently. Luka as a playmaker is just ridiculous. Well, some of the passes he made the other night were silly.
He did make some ridiculous passes in that game on Friday. But Luka giving the ball up has been the most beneficial thing to that team.
Totally.
Getting in moments where it's like, all right, Kyrie, I'm going to give the rock up. I'm going to let you orchestrate and do some things. And he's so good. He's still able, Luka's still so good. He's still able to get his numbers and have these monstrous games.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to be in control of every single moment of the game the way he was in the past. And I thought that was a detriment to Dallas. That was always my knock on Luka. But now giving up the ball, letting a playmaker like Kyrie cook, that's where that team is really, he's figured that out.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I totally agree with you. Like the evolution of him as a player, I think it had stalled out. Like, big deal, you can score. Like, everyone knows you can score. And someone asked earlier, hey, why is he in the top 5 or I think number 2 in MVP balloting? Well, not balloting, but in like for betting odds, right?
Like that.
It's because he's averaging 34 a game. Like he's leading the league in scoring by almost 3 points a game, or by more than 3 points a game. Like, he's really, really talented as a scorer. But to your point, The second he decided to listen and to watch to watch Kyrie, because even when they first got together, I talked to some of their coaches, and their coaches were like, as soon as Luka was out, Kyrie started. Everyone after that game was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so much fun." That's what basketball should feel like, not what we've been doing with Luka. That's
Right.
and that was a dynamic that they really had to compete with. Could you have them both on the same roster, and would like Kyrie inadvertently destroy the team because everyone wanted to play with him more than they wanted to play with Luka? That was a legitimate concern. Like, I had conversations with people, and the answer is that Luka has like developed, that he's understood, and he's a young player, but I didn't think his mentality, like, again, we're watching him play. That's a 250-pound man falling on
He is
Malik
a
Monk.
unit, dude.
That's not.
He is
yeah.
enormous.
And that
Boss.
over the weekend, got into it with Mavs Twitter a little bit. I really didn't engage, so I didn't get into it that
Smart.
much. But I had the tweet of the video of him falling on Malik Monk, and then I said, flopping around and hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he got fouled 3 times. Oh, fam, there's no need for him to be falling like that. Now, I'm not saying it's intentional or whatever. It's the nature of basketball today, which I hate. But all that falling around and all this other stuff, like you flopping around and you got somebody hurt. You need to be falling to the ground like that.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. I didn't realize he was at 34, 9, and 10.
He's
gracious,
he's
dude.
balling out. He should not be the MVP though.
No. The 6th seed.
They want to get the other reason why he's up there is they
technically.
want to give it to him really bad.
The media wants him to be.
They've been just waiting for an opportunity, and he's
so
giving them an opportunity with his play and the
tell you
way
what,
they're winning.
His numbers.
If a 6th seed wins the MVP, that doesn't count for me.
Technically, they're 5th now. What you think? Does that change?
Still doesn't count.
Okay, I agree.
There's just too many other. There's too many other good players having great years.
SGA, Jokic, Tatum.
Well, that's the thing.
Giannis isn't even having a bad season. He's having an MVP caliber season.
Yeah.
Do you know the Celtics are 6 games ahead of the Thunder, who are the 1 seed in the West?
And they're 11 games up on the East, on number 2 in the East. 11.
They are so far and away the best team in the league. It's silly.
They're amazing so far this year. Amazing.
I've kind of reached a point, and we got about a minute left. I kind of reached a point with them where I kind of want them to get it. Like, I'm like, you got to get over the hump.
So I mean,
and I want it for Jesse.
There's people I like Jesse. That's my man's Jesse. I like my boy Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted.
Sure.
Those are my boys. But I don't know if I can ever formulate the thought to be like, I want the Celtics to win.
Right.
Okay. I hate the Celtics.
Lake Show.
Well, I mean, say what you want. I hate the Celtics more than I hate the Lakers.
And that goes back.
Have.
You always have.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's been that has been litigated on this show before.
But if Jesse's happy, I'd be happy with that.
That's kind of what and I just don't want I don't want to see Denver win.
That's boring.
Again, like that, right? That's boring. There's not another team that I would like to see.
Milwaukee
this year.
Giannis. I like Giannis though.
I'd be fine with.
Giannis
I just don't think. I don't know.
Dame gets one.
I'd be okay with that. I think I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine with that. Dame getting one.
All right.
Although Dame not having one would be kind of funny.
I want the Kings.
It'd be a little funny. Yeah. Well, yeah. In the ideal scenario for sure. Who do you ranking teams? The Kings are like 6th. You're like, take it or leave it. Who you got tonight on the women's side of the bracket?
LSU and USC.
I've got LSU.
That's what I'm rooting for.
I got the 2-3 seeds. I think I'm rooting for the opposite though. I think
it's gonna be great though. It is going to be great.
It's gonna be some good hoops, and it's gonna be a good show. D'Lo and KC coming up next right here on ESPN 1320 Sacramento's Sports Leader. We'll see you tomorrow.